Welcome to my show, the Captain O Show. There's a lot of you out there that dream of being an airline pilot, right? For me, it all started here. 10 years ago, my first flight back in 2001, which by chasing my dream, landed me here. First solo. I had some drawbacks but never gave up, which led me here. First solo cross country, which landed me here, doing a video with Horizon's CEO. Never, ever, 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 ever give up on your dreams. That's for sure. Which eventually will get me here, flying the E-175 for Horizon. To get there, you need some of this. And a whole lot of this.
This is 4.5 hours of flight time right here. Gotta work hard. My dreams come true.
It will benefit you to make connections and do a lot of networking. That E-175... You'll need to study these. Oh, and a lot more of this. Took 2 weeks working on the ramp to get 4 hours of flight training money. All in all, you need a lot of prayer, hard work, money, dedication to end up here. But the number one skill you need? Good decision making. And that's what today's video is about. If you want to get here, like for real, don't make any excuses. Work as hard as you possibly can every single day to get your dream. So I'm going to start you off today with what's called unusual attitudes. The flight instructor is going to be doing some crazy maneuvers here and teaching me how to recover from unusual attitudes. The objective of this training is if you accidentally find yourself in a cloud, disoriented, in an unusual attitude, how would you recover? Obviously, if you're nose high, you want to pitch down, add full power so you don't stall. You don't want to level your wings quite yet because you don't want to end up in a spin from adverse yaw. So then once you get back to level flight attitude, level your wings. If your nose low, your airspeed is obviously going to be high. You want to reduce your power, level those wings, and then pull up to level flight. With good decision making, you shouldn't be in this situation in the first place. If you find yourself without visual reference to the surface, or i.e. in clouds, make a 180-degree turn and head back to where you came from. Good decision making. One thing you're going to want to avoid is over-controlling and going from one unusual attitude to another. So let's say you were nose low and you were diving and you decide to cut your power, level those wings and start pulling up. You don't want to keep pulling up until you're in an almost stalled situation and end up having to recover from nose high unusual attitude. So level off at level flight. Sometimes, or usually, they have you under the hood during this, so you can't see out the window, you can just see your instruments, and you're not necessarily supposed to rely on the attitude indicator because it could be spinning unreliable. So yeah, this flight was kind of making me sick. Ugh. But anyway, in the next clip I have for you is a power off stall and decision making involved with that, just knowing how not to end up in one, and if you do, recovering from one. You basically just want to add full power and go to level flight, bring those flaps up to 20 and in increments all the way back up as your airspeed builds, clear your obstacles, and then go to your VY speed. But for the most part, you should never end up in a stall. Like I said, if you do, at least you know how to recover. So that's what the next clip is. Check it out with me. There's the stall. Recover. Full power, flaps 20, level flight. In the next clip, you're going to see me make some serious decision making called with landing with a crosswind and some wind shear. And as you can see, as we came down over the trees, the wind hit them and pretty much drop this to stall speed. It's a 20 knot difference. It's a 20 knot wind shear, pretty much. The attempt before this, I actually went around. Did it to me twice. This time I knew I could handle it, so I went ahead and landed the airplane this time. Just gave it a little bit of power, came in a little bit faster with that wind. In this next clip, what you're going to see is a diversion. Your DME on your check ride is going to give you a diversion playing your cross country and going flying. So let's say weather rolls in at your original destination and you got to divert. So to figure out where, since it's no longer safe to go where you're going, so you want to figure out what direction you're going, how long it's going to take to get there, how much fuel you're going to burn, and how much. So in this clip, this is our simulated engine out. As you can see, the propeller is pretty much at idle, windmilling. It might look a little bit faster than it's actually going, but it's not giving us any thrust pretty much right now. We are gliding. So first thing you want to do if you do lose an engine in flight is fly your ABCs, and first one is fly the airplane. So that's A. Go to your airspeed, get your best glide. Best glide in this airplane is 65 knots. So you want to nail that best glide and hold that until you make contact with the surface pretty much. And remember to fly the airplane, number one. B is best place. You're going to find a place. As you can see, I've zeroed in on this grass field here. And I turn towards it. And I'm going to land there. Simulated, so we'll do a go around. And then C's for checklist. You go through your flows, fuel selector valve on both. Then you declare an emergency, squawk 7700. Turn your mixture to auto cutoff, fuel selector off, flaps as required, master mags off. You want to unlatch your doors and touch down slightly tail low, and then apply the brakes heavily. You know, you can never get enough of this engine out training, so I'm going to try it again, make sure I make my mark. What you don't want to do is like dial in on a field or a place to land and then change it last minute and end up not making it. Definitely in front of the guy, your inspector for the check ride. So find a good aiming point and make it there. Do your best. This could really happen, so remember, fly the airplane. Fly it, keep it at that best glide, flaps as required. Figure out whatever it is you need to safely get that airplane on the ground, and try and land with your mains first and your nose pretty high. That way you don't cartwheel or anything like that on the uneven surface. So with this one, I chose a nice big field, picked out, and yeah, definitely would have made this one.
We always invest today, sacrifice today for tomorrow's betterment. But if we don't know what that betterment is, the want factor of what we're really doing it for, we can't win this war, guys.
If you had 6 months to live, what would you do differently with your life? What would you do differently? If your life is not what you want it to be, if you're not living the way that you want to live, if you're not experiencing what you want to experience, if it's not giving you what you want, you've got to ask yourself, what have I sold my soul for?
A real man in the dark, when nobody's watching, he putting in work. A real man, when coach ain't even watching, he's studying film on his own. Because he loves the process. Everybody want to be a beast. Everybody got tattoos of lions. Most of y'all think that a lion is who he is because of how ferocious he is when he catch that gazelle, when he catch that zebra. If a lion see an animal that's wounded, or a real hunter see an animal that's wounded, what do? They don't kill him. Why don't they kill him? He already herds, and they beast. A part of being a beast just ain't eating a gazelle. A part of being a beast is the hunts. It's the hunt that they're excited about. Because real lions like to hunt. They love the process just as much as they love the prize. And some of y'all just want to score. You don't like the process. You're not in love with the process. You put in 120% every time, or you don't put in nothing, because listen to me very closely. Today, this opportunity you have, it might not be here next year. It might not be here the year after next. It might not be here the year after that. This is the only moment you got, and you better take advantage of this particular moment. It does not take talent. You don't have to be talented, right? You don't have to be gifted. You don't have to be the quickest, the strongest. You don't have to be the most intelligent to get to where I am. That's what you gotta do. You just gotta grind, though. Your grind. You might come from privilege. Your daddy might hook you up with a car. He might know people. He might be able to get you a job. But you will not outwork me. You better grow up and get to the point as a man that if you ever get beat, you better get beat by somebody that's just purely more talented than you are.
So, let's talk about maneuvering speed. In a situation like this, on this cross country with my buddy to Toledo, we hit some turbulence. Not too bad, but enough that we needed to go down to maneuvering speed. In this aircraft is the range of 97 to 80 knots. The reason why we fly at maneuvering speed is because we want the airplane to stall before it brakes, basically. So the heavier it is, the higher the maneuvering speed, and the lighter it is, the lower the maneuvering speed. But you would think it's opposite, but if you think about stall before you brake, it makes sense. So yeah, this is what you do. The airlines do what everyone does when they encounter like moderate to heavy turbulence. They slow down the maneuvering speed, and that's what we're doing here. As you can see, it's a little chumpy. So
You've hit the wall someplace, you've looked in the mirror too many times and haven't smiled. You want to change the situation, move from where you are. The journey is not easy. Before you start that journey, mentally, you must fuel yourself with the right reasons, the right fuel to sustain the entire journey. Everyone's hot off the start.
You better not ever get beat by somebody because you beat yourself.
I hope I was able to inspire some aspiring pilots out there. Keep tuning into my show and subscribe for more.